On this list, we will look at 10 ladies that successfully or unsuccessfully auctioned off their virginities as well as some of their reasons for attempting to sell themselves to the highest bidder. Some of them also backed out of very successful bids that ran into the millions of dollars. Others settled for less than they had initially hoped to make. Why did they do it? We will also tell you this in more detail. Here are 9 women who attempted to sell, talked about selling or actually sold their virginity. 1. The Gumtree Girl. The Gumtree Girl is an anonymous 16-year-old girl from Ireland. In 2011, she posted an ad on Gumtree, a free classified ads website, to sell her virginity, in hopes of being able to raise money to go to art school. An undercover reporter bid $10,000 to buy her virginity just to see if she was real. The Irish Catholic schoolgirl revealed her true identity, but she later said that it was all a hoax after the reporter revealed his own identity. 2. Rosie Reid. Rosie Reid graduated from Bristol University, but one thing was troubling her: her debts. She owed the university $22,000. She then hatched a plan to sell her virginity to settle the debts. A BT engineer paid her $12,300 for her virginity. Afterwards, she said that the sex was horrible, but she was obliged to please him as he had just paid all this money. She also added, "I was just so relieved when it was over. I was desperate to get back to Jess as I felt so uncomfortable." 3. Alina Percea. Just as with Rosie and the Gumtree Girl, Alina auctioned her virginity to pay for her computing degree. A 45-year-old Italian businessman was the highest bidder. The businessman paid for her trip expenses to Venice, where both spent quality time touring sites and dining in a luxury hotel. However, unlike Rosie, who hated her partner, Alina grew fond of hers. She says he would compliment her every few minutes and that he was charming and funny. She planned to raise $73,000 for her education, but managed to raise only $13,000 at the end of the auction. At an interview, she revealed that Natalie Dylan, our #1 entry, inspired her to go forth with the auction. 4. Anya Girl. Anya Girl, her username, posted an ad on a website to raise money for her university tuition. Her ad described her as fit, attractive and healthy. The 19-year-old also affirmed that she had never had any sexual relationship in her life. At the end of the auction, her ad had earned over 30,000 views and 1,200 offers. The site's owner also confirmed that the auction was legitimate and the numbers were true. She ended up raising a cool $32,000. 5. Cathy Cobblerson. Cathy Cobblerson listed her virginity on the giant website eBay. Her motives were to raise money to pay off credit card bills. She intended to raise $100,000. At the time, Cathy was 24 years old. Her ad also added that the person who bought her the most treasures would get the real thing. She also stated that she never wanted any bids from sex fiends and lesbians. She only wanted a gentleman that would give her a soul-stringing and warm intimacy. Her ad was later pulled down, and it is not clear if she placed it again on another auction website. 6. Elizabeth Raine. Elizabeth's real name is Hannah Kern. Hannah was a high-achieving college student at the University of Washington. She placed an auction to sell her virginity, but she then backed out of the auction prior to its conclusion. At the time, the auction had amassed a sizable $801,000. When asked why she backed out, she explained, "I have decided to put a stop to this kerfuffle. I still do possess some spitefully strong beliefs about virginity, prostitution, and a woman right to do as she damned pleases, but school is my first priority." The university was also not happy with Hannah sullying their name. They said that she would face disciplinary actions as a consequence. Additionally, her schoolmates were shocked at her double life since Hannah was always shy and bookish. 7. Catarina Migliorini. Catarina Migliorini has tried to sell her virginity 4 times, but has changed her mind throughout. Her first auction was a proposed documentary series encompassing an internet auction in 2012. Natsu, a Japanese millionaire, was named as the highest bidder. However, due to Natsu's true identity, Catarina decided to call it off. She also attempted to sell her virginity via her site. It raised over $440,000. She later cancelled it. Her fourth attempt at raising money through selling her virginity was through a television reality series by the name There Is Something About Catarina, where 20 men would compete for her virginity. 8. Raffaella Fico. Raffaella is big in Italy. She is a singer, model as well as a showgirl. She has allegedly been involved in a relationship with football legend Cristiano Ronaldo. She also won the 2007 Miss Grand Prix competition and was a contestant in the Italian version of the reality show Big Brother. Additionally, during this same time, she decided to auction her virginity for €1 million. In an interview, she said, "I cannot wait to see who is going to pull out the money to have me." She later admitted to an undercover bidder that the auction was only a provocation. 9. Natalie Dylan. Part of Natalie Dylan's virginity auction was a sociological experiment. She wanted to find out how people respond. At 22 years of age, she graduated with a bachelor degree in women's studies. She also planned to undertake a master degree program but had a thesis to do in between. Her thesis was titled The Value of Virginity, and that is why she decided to put up her virginity for sale. At one point, Natalie reported that her auction had in excess of $3.7 million in bids.